Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Researcher and I'm a scientist that works on the SAMHE project that your school is involved in. Before we learn more about the SAMHE project, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the kind of work I and other scientists on the project do. So I work as a research scientist, which means that I plan and conduct experiments and then analyze the results and share them. I specialize in citizen science research. So, citizen science is when researchers work with members of the public to conduct experiments to improve our understanding of that topic area, but also to improve the quality of our results. SAMHE is a citizen science project, which means that we invite schools like yours to be a part of the experiments that we're conducting. As a citizen science researcher, my work on the project involves bringing together scientists and schools to work together to collect data, analyze that data, and then share it in the form of reports. There are lots of other types of scientists on the project too. So there's data scientists, there's software specialists, and there's behavioral scientists. Now I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about the SAMHE project, but if you want to know a little bit more about what each of us do, you can find that information on our website. In this assembly, we're going to be learning more about the SAMHE project, indoor air quality, and why it's important that we monitor it. SAMHE stands for Schools Air Quality Monitoring for Health and Education. It's a research project that involves 6 research partners: Imperial College London, the University of Cambridge, the Stockholm Environment Institute at the University of York, the University of Leeds, the University of Surrey, and the United Kingdom Health Security Agency. Researchers from each of these institutions have come together to investigate how healthy the air in UK schools is, and we would like your help with finding that data. Air quality describes how clean or polluted the air that we breathe is. The less pollution there is in the air, the better the air quality is. When people think about air pollution, they often think about the quality of the air outdoors. For example, you might think of emissions from cars, factories, or flying as things that affect air quality. However, indoor air quality is also very important, as most of us spend more than 80% of our time indoors. A lot of this time you'll be spending indoors at your school. So, how much air do you think that you breathe at school? A, 3.5 million litres of air, B, 7.2 million litres of air, or C, 12 million litres of air? The answer is B, 7.2 million litres of air. How many people got that right? Putting that into context, the SAMHE team estimate that's about 90,000 bathfuls of air. So you can see how important it is that we monitor how healthy that air in your school is. Poor air quality affects our health and well-being, including affecting our lungs and our hearts. It can cause asthma or it can make it worse. Even though you can't see what causes it, you will probably be aware of poor air quality. Have you ever had a long lesson where the room felt stuffy and you found it difficult to concentrate? If you didn't have the windows open, there may have been high levels of rebreathed air, likely meaning high levels of carbon dioxide, which could have been one of the reasons you were struggling to concentrate. Poor air quality has also been linked to increased drowsiness and headaches that can make it harder to learn. Now that we've seen how important air quality is, how do we measure how good the quality is? That's where SAMHE comes in. By being a part of SAMHE, your school has received a SAMHE monitor. There are lots of different ways to measure air quality. The SAMHE monitor monitors carbon dioxide, relative humidity, temperature, total volatile organic compounds, and particulate matter. So what can affect indoor air quality in classrooms? There are lots of different things that can affect air quality. For example, the types of activity going on in a classroom can impact indoor air quality. If we were all moving around, we'd be exhaling a lot more and therefore increasing carbon dioxide levels. On the other hand, if we were in an art lesson using things like paints or glues, we might be increasing the levels of total volatile organic compounds. Since the main source of carbon dioxide indoors is people breathing, the number of people in a room can affect the air quality too. The more people there are, the higher you might expect the carbon dioxide levels to be. However, these factors will be balanced out by the amount of ventilation, including how many windows and doors are open and whether there are any air cleaning devices in the room. That said, bringing in air from outdoors can actually bring in pollutants, which is why monitoring air quality and keeping an eye on our monitor readings can be really helpful. Take a look at this slide. Which of these things do you think influence indoor air quality? Art activities, lab equipment, singing, cleaning products, design technology equipment, whiteboard pens, chalk dust, cooking, temperature, or mold? The answer is that all of those things can affect indoor air quality. So what can we do to improve indoor air quality? Improving indoor air quality can be really simple, and there are lots of easy things we can start doing straight away. Ventilation is the name for the process of refreshing indoor air by allowing air to flow into a building or room whilst letting potentially stale air out. Increasing the level of classroom ventilation by opening windows and doors helps us maintain good air quality in indoor spaces by diluting and removing pollutants from the air indoors. That's not to say that we need windows and doors open all the time, though. Thinking about how comfortable we are in a room is also important. Monitoring levels of carbon dioxide and temperature at the same time using the monitor can help us balance these factors. Equally, like we mentioned earlier, we should be conscious of the possibility of bringing in outdoor air pollutants. For example, we might want to keep windows closed during rush hour to stop pollutants from cars coming in, or closed when there is a lot of pollen in the air. Air cleaning devices like filters and purifiers can also be helpful. So what does taking part in SAMHE mean for you? As a participating SAMHE school, you've been invited to contribute to scientific research on air quality in schools. The SAMHE team have designed a web app for you to use to provide important information which will help us to make sense of the measurements from your monitor. If you complete a web app activity during one of your lessons or in a science club, you will be contributing to this research directly. The first stage is to receive and set up your SAMHE monitor. Then you'll be able to access the web app where you can complete the activities, where you can give us different important contextual data about your classroom. All of that data that you input will come to us, the SAMHE scientists, so we can report on air quality in UK classrooms. Thank you for being a SAMHE school. Time to become a SAMHE Pro.